The way people treat you is a mirror. It's reflecting the instructions you gave them, often without you ever saying a word. Think about the people in your life who always seem tense around you, or that one colleague who offers only one-word answers. You've convinced yourself it's their issue, their personality, their bad day. By the end of this, you will see the hidden signals you've been broadcasting constantly. You'll understand how to change the reflection by fundamentally changing the source. You already know the hardware for this is built into you. It's the yawn that silently spreads through a waiting room. It's the collective wince of a crowd when an athlete takes a hard fall. Our brains are wired to simulate the experiences of others. We feel a shadow of what they feel. This process, happening below the level of conscious thought, is the foundation of empathy. It's also the engine of most social friction. The entire mechanism runs on a constant high-speed feedback loop between bodies. Consider a manager named David. David is under pressure. He sees his job as driving results efficiently and quickly. He walks into a meeting room with his shoulders pulled tight toward his ears. His jaw is set. When he speaks, his voice is clipped and fast, aiming for precision. He believes he is projecting authority and focus. His team, however, receives a very different signal. Their own mirror systems fire in response. They don't hear focus, they feel threat. They feel anxiety. Instinctively, their own bodies change. Shoulders round forward, a subconscious protective posture. They make less eye contact. When David asks for ideas, the room is silent. The team members are trying to make themselves smaller targets. Their brains have shifted into a low-grade state of defense, so they offer safe, minimal answers. They avoid risks. David looks around the silent room and sees his initial belief confirmed. His team is uncooperative. They lack initiative. He feels a surge of frustration, which tightens his jaw even further. His voice gets even sharper. The team flinches, and the spiral continues downward. David leaves that meeting convinced he needs to push his team harder. They leave the meeting feeling drained and unseen. Every single person in that room is reacting perfectly and logically to the signals they are receiving. The tragedy is that David is the original source of the signal. He is arguing with his own echo. He is frustrated with a reflection of the tension he brought into the room. Think about your own life, the recurring arguments, the people you just can't seem to connect with. What if you're David? What if you are the architect of the very dynamic you despise? But knowing this presents a difficult problem. The obvious answer seems to be, just be more positive. Project Calm, smile more. This is where most advice on the topic fails completely. Your body is an honest machine. It broadcasts your true internal state with thousands of microsignals. You can force a smile, but you can't fake the tiny orbicularis oculi muscles around your eyes. You can tell yourself to be calm, but your voice will carry the high-frequency vibrations of a nervous system flooded with adrenaline. People will detect the mismatch, they will feel the inauthenticity, which they register as untrustworthy. A fake smile is often more unsettling than an honest frown. So how do you project a state you don't genuinely feel? The answer is to stop trying to control the reflection in the mirror. You have to go deeper. You have to change the object the mirror is reflecting. The work is internal. You must learn to generate the desired state within your own body first. The external expression will then follow as a natural, authentic consequence. Our minds and bodies are a two-way street. Your thoughts create feelings, which create bodily sensations. But it also works in reverse. Your bodily posture and actions send powerful feedback to your brain, shaping your thoughts and feelings. This is called embodied cognition. Your mind is constantly asking your body, how are we doing? The answer it gets determines your emotional state. Try this right now. Wherever you are, hunch your shoulders forward. Make your body small. Look down at the floor. Try to feel powerful and confident in this position. It's difficult. The physical posture is sending a signal of submission or defense to your brain. Now, change it. Sit or stand up straight. Roll your shoulders back and down, opening up your chest. Take up a little more space. Lift your chin slightly. Take one slow, deep breath, feeling your belly expand. Hold that posture for just 30 seconds. You're sending a new set of instructions to your own nervous system. The message is, I am safe, I am present, I have agency. Before a difficult conversation, before you walk into a job interview, before you go on a first date, find a private space for 2 minutes. A bathroom stall works perfectly. Stand tall, stretch your arms out wide. Physically occupy as much space as you can. Breathe into that posture. You are changing your own chemistry. You are shifting your internal state from reactive and anxious to grounded and centered. When you then walk into that room, the calm you project is real. It's not a mask. It's a physiological fact. Your voice will be lower. Your movements will be smoother. Your smile will reach your eyes. This isn't a mind trick. It's a body-first approach to emotional regulation. But what happens when you enter a room where someone else is the source of a powerful negative signal? A furious client, a grieving friend, a cynical boss. Can your calm signal get drowned out by their storm? The interaction becomes a battle of signals. The person who is more grounded and self-regulated becomes the energetic anchor for the room. Their state is more stable, so others begin to unconsciously sync up with them. Think of it like tuning forks. A vibrating fork will cause a still fork nearby to start vibrating at the same frequency. The person with the most stable, most powerfully held frequency wins. History is filled with examples. Think of the accounts of Nelson Mandela in meetings with the very men who had imprisoned him. He entered rooms thick with hostility, fear, and guilt. He could have mirrored their aggression or their anxiety. Instead, he consistently projected a profound, unwavering state of dignified calm. He wasn't reactive, he was the source. He became the tuning fork for an entire nation. His stability was so powerful that it created a space for his enemies to become his partners. He set the tone, and in doing so, he chose which version of them he wanted to meet. This level of stability is a skill. It's a muscle you build. You can practice it with a technique called state setting. Before you enter any important human interaction, take a moment. Decide on the emotional tone you want to create. Is it warm curiosity? Is it focused collaboration? Is it compassionate authority? Choose your state. Then, close your eyes and generate that feeling in your body. Where does calm confidence live? For some, it's a warmth in the chest. For others, it's a feeling of being solidly planted on the ground. Find the physical sensation of your desired state and amplify it within yourself. You're preloading the signal you want to broadcast. When you walk into the room, you are already vibrating at that frequency. Now, some situations are beyond influence. If a person's behavior stems from severe trauma, a personality disorder, or active malice, your calm energy won't magically heal them. This is a tool for influence, not a shield against harm. Acknowledging this boundary is crucial. The goal is to shift the dynamic in the vast majority of your interactions, the ones with regular, emotionally reactive people. You are responsible for the energy you bring. You are not responsible for another person's pathology. But once you start practicing this, you'll find that 95% of your difficult interactions fall within your sphere of influence. So you've mastered setting your state beforehand. You walk into the meeting feeling centered, but then your boss dismisses your idea. Someone makes a passive-aggressive comment. You feel that old, familiar spark of anger or shame. You can feel yourself starting to get pulled into their negative orbit. The mirror is taking over. How do you reset your state in real time, right there in the middle of the storm? The key is to develop a high-resolution awareness of your own internal landscape. This is a skill called interoception. It's the ability to feel the subtle signals inside your own body. The first sign of being triggered is always physical. It happens before the conscious emotion. It's the knot in your stomach, the heat rising in your face, the sudden urge to clench your jaw, your breath becoming shallow, trapped in your upper chest. Your job is to learn to spot that very first physical signal. That's your alarm bell. The moment you feel it, it's your cue to act. This is where you deploy a covert anchor. It's a small physical action you can take that nobody else will notice. designed to break the feedback loop and reground you in your own body. It could be pressing your thumb firmly into your index finger. It could be consciously feeling the soles of both feet flat on the floor, noticing the texture of your shoes, the solid ground beneath you. Or the most powerful one, take a single, silent, slow breath, pull the air all the way down into your belly, then let it out just as slowly. This one breath is a pattern interrupt. It stimulates the vagus nerve, which acts as a brake on your body's fight-or-flight response. Think of an experienced therapist working with a client having a panic attack. The client's fear is immense, contagious. The therapist's mirror neurons are screaming. Every instinct tells her to tense up to match the client's frantic energy. Instead, she feels her feet on the floor. She takes one deliberate, calming breath, a breath the client doesn't even notice. Her own heart rate stabilizes. Because she is calm, her voice remains low and steady. Her posture stays open. The client's nervous system, desperate for a lifeline, detects this island of stability. Without any conscious thought, the client's body begins to co-regulate. Their breathing starts to deepen, their heart rate slows. They are mirroring her calm. The therapist didn't argue with the panic. She offered a stronger, more stable signal. Let's go back to David, our stressed manager. Imagine him learning this. Before his next meeting, he spends 2 minutes at his office, standing tall, breathing deeply. He sets his intention, warm curiosity. He walks into the meeting room with an open posture and a softer expression. He feels his jaw start to tighten when an employee gives a vague update. He feels the old frustration. That's the alarm bell. Covertly under the table, he presses his thumb to his finger. He takes one slow breath. He relaxes his jaw. Instead of saying, "Be more specific," he leans forward with genuine interest and asks, "Can you walk me through your thinking on that?" The question is an invitation. His open body language is an invitation. The employee, mirroring this curiosity instead of the previous threat, starts to elaborate. Someone else chimes in with a related thought. An idea is born. Same people, same room, he just changed the instructions he sent to the mirror. This leads to the final, most important shift in perspective. You are choosing which version of another person you get to meet. Every person you interact with contains multitudes. There is an anxious, defensive version of them. There's a curious, creative version. There's a tired version and an inspired version. The energy you project, the state you broadcast, is a specific invitation to one of those versions. You are calling forth a part of them. When you approach someone with guarded, skeptical energy, you are inviting their guarded, skeptical self to the conversation. When you approach with open, genuine curiosity, you are inviting their thoughtful, open self to show up. This is a profound responsibility. Some might see this as a form of manipulation, but there's a critical distinction. Manipulation is trying to force or trick someone into a specific outcome that serves you. This is about creating the conditions where the best version of another person can emerge willingly for the benefit of everyone. It's the difference between breaking a horse and cultivating a garden. You cannot force a seed to grow, but you can diligently provide the right soil, the right amount of water, and the right light. You create the environment where growth is the natural outcome. Starting right now, with the very next human being you speak to, the cashier at the grocery store, your partner, your child, a colleague on a video call. Before you utter a single word, ask yourself one question. What invitation am I sending? What reflection do I want to see in them? You are the source. The world is your mirror. Show it who you want to meet.